Hi, welcome to my channel. Feeling states, perpetual states that we walk around in over certain topics, whatever it is. If we're looking to change our life in some way, or we're not liking what's going on in our life at the moment, we are walking around with a particular feeling state, which is an energy. So the energy that we have at any one time regarding this thing, or it might be all rolled up in one. Now, we are making a choice to do that. And I know that sounds really harsh, so I just want to explain what I'm saying here. When we drop into a feeling state, so something happens to us and we drop into a particular feeling state, so a particular energy on a subject, we cannot help that. That's reactive. It happens to me. You know, we get triggered, things happen, and we plummet into a feeling state. But then we make a choice, only we aren't aware that we're making that choice. But we make a choice to stay in that feeling state or to not. Now, I'm not saying that you just go, right, I'm not going to stay in this and I'm going to feel differently, and you suddenly feel differently, although that can happen. It does happen much more with me now, more often than not, if that happens, if I get triggered, and then I can do that. But I couldn't start with it as a practice thing, but it's knowing that the choice is yours. So let's say, for an example, you are feeling really low at the moment and sad because a particular person is not in your life. You can't help feeling sad. That's just the way it is. But maybe you're walking around with that feeling of it's not here, the lack feeling that you're walking around with day in, day out. Now, if you know that you are doing that, you can say to yourself today, I choose not to walk around like that anymore. I choose not to feel like that anymore. I choose to feel lucky for what I've got at the moment, or I choose to feel okay in the moment, knowing that things can change. I choose a different feeling state, and then you work at that. So you choose that, and maybe it happens like overnight that you feel different, or maybe it takes a little while longer, but you are making the choice that you are not going to walk around like that anymore. You are not going to dwell in that energy anymore. This is an example, and it's quite kind of huge, but so it's not, you know, it is a huge example. Basically, my mum's best friend has had a horrible diagnosis, and she could have gone one of two ways, and it's very easy to drop into that, oh my God, this is it, you know, and to not be able to feel any different than that. But she has made the choice to carry on with life as it is because she's feeling okay at the moment. She's feeling pretty well at the moment. So she is going to carry on living life as if she didn't have that diagnosis. So she made a choice to do that. She is going to have her bad days. She's going to have her bad days when she feels really, really crap about everything, and she thinks about her own mortality and all of that, because of course she will. She's going to have those days, but she is going to keep bringing herself back. So she is being absolutely amazing because she has made that decision. There's going to be stuff going on in her head, of course there is, but she has made that decision to not plummet into, oh my God, this is it, to just carry on as normal, because as she said, what else am I going to do? What else am I going to do? So what have I got to lose by just carrying on as if this hasn't happened? What has she got to lose? So this is what I would say in your case. What do you have to lose? You know, this is an extreme situation, but again, if you can do it with that situation, if she can do it, then we can all do it. It reminds me, yes, we can do that. So if we are feeling really miserable, let's just say you're feeling really miserable at the moment, you can say to yourself in this moment, I choose different. I choose not to feel like this anymore. I choose to feel better. So that is your choice that you are making. You are setting that intention basically by making that choice, and then you will immediately feel a little bit better because you've made that choice. And then you have to remind yourself, the choice is mine. The feeling state that I walk around in day out is my choice to make, to do that. I can choose to pull myself out of it, or I can choose to carry on in it. This is what I did when I split up with my fiance, the guy that I was living with before I met Jeremy. And I have talked about this, and I'm sorry if you've already heard it, but it was a choice that I made to go to work every day and pretend that I was okay. Be happy, even though I wasn't happy, but I chose to be happy, to show a front of happy, because I did not want to be that person, you know, that poor person. I didn't want to be that, so I chose to do that, and I did that all day long. And then I went home and I was miserable, and I went home and I cried and did all that other stuff that comes with breaking up with somebody after a lot of years together. But I didn't allow myself to do it during the day. I made a choice not to do it, and it was so soon before I felt good. Honestly, it was only a few weeks and I actually felt good. Okay, you could call that a faking it till you make it. Well, it doesn't matter what you call it, does it? You make a choice to be different. So in this moment, you make a choice to not feel the way that you're feeling ongoing. I'm done with it. So if you've been trying to manifest a person into your life for a long time, and you're feeling very, very frustrated, pissed off, angry, all of those things you're feeling, and a lot of it, that will be with yourself, because you'll feel frustrated that you haven't been able to do it. Now, it's only because your energy's been out. There's nothing more than that. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not doing anything wrong at all. And so you come to the realization today, I'm not doing this this anymore. I am not doing this anymore. From today, I make a choice to drop that. I make a choice just to drop it and get on with my life. Yeah, you'll feel a little bit different in the moment, and tomorrow you might have a bit of a dodgy day and you might think, oh, can I do this? But you keep pulling yourself back. Yes, I do. I make that choice because the choice at the moment I am making is to wallow in that negative energy, in that kind of toxic energy that I feel has become part of me, and it isn't part of you. That is not part of you. You identify with it, but you do not identify as it. It is not you. So bring it back to you being a blank slate, and you can choose a different feeling state. Yes, it might take a bit of effort. It might take a bit of effort. Like, I promise you now that I can do this at the drop of a hat. If I notice that I've kind of wallowing in something and I'm dwelling in something a little bit, I'm like, no, I choose not to do this. I choose different. I choose to feel like this. I choose to feel like that. If I, for instance, let's say you're not a confident person and you go to parties and you get really self-conscious if you're on the dance floor and you feel like you don't want to dance because you feel like everyone's looking at you, you can choose to be that person that gets up on the dance floor and just dances and doesn't care who's looking at you. Yes, you will, if you choose to do it as a bit of a character. So I am choosing to be that character that doesn't care, that does just get up and dance. I choose that. I choose to be that. But if you see it as a character, because everything, every aspect of us is really a character. It's not really us. We are not. We are just awareness, and everything else we add in. It's not really something we should identify as, again, only something we should identify with. So choose to play the part of another character. For today, just choose to play another character. Give it a try like this. So you're practicing, and this is a practice thing to start with, and then it becomes so easy, honestly. And it has been a long time that I practiced at it. I don't think it was that long before I practiced at it before I would say that I got good at it though. And it's a really funny thing, as I've been thinking about this a lot lately and thinking about talking about this, thinking, does it sound too harsh? But you've got to come out and say these things, haven't you, sometimes, because I think it's really useful, and it really helps me when I realise, no, these are my choices to make. And I was watching last night, the only reality show I ever watch is The Jungle, you know, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and Mike Tyndall was on there, and he said, fear is a choice. I thought, there you go, I just manifested that. Fear is a choice, as is everything else. So your fear of losing something is a choice that you are making to live in the fear of losing that. So why don't you choose today to not fear it, to think, okay, it might happen, it might not, but I am not going to choose to live in fear. I am going to choose to live in optimism, or I am going to, because what have you got to lose? If you're not getting that thing in your life at the moment, what have you got to lose by switching that to complete optimism? Even though it's just fake at the moment, what have you got to lose by doing that? Or, okay, I am not confident in myself. Okay, what's the energy like of feeling confident? If I was that person that did feel confident in myself, how would I feel? How do I think it would feel? Even if you don't really know how it feels, how do I think it might feel? Okay, I'm going to choose to be that today. I'm going to walk around with that. Yeah, you're going to have a little blip where you think, oh, but you just bring it back, and you keep bringing it back and bringing it back. We can do this. Everything we do is a choice that we make, even though we don't realise that we're doing it. As soon as we do realise that we have the choice to change things and we have the choice to be different, that in itself really is empowering and really kind of helps. This will not be good for everyone. I'm not saying it wouldn't be good for everyone, this video. It would if you could get on board with it, but some people won't like it because you'll feel like I'm saying that, oh, well, you're just letting this happen to yourself, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, just realise that you can make another choice. We can always make another choice. The choice is ours. We are in control. We are, aren't we? We know that. We are in control. So let's be in control in the right way and change our feeling state. Yes, it might take a couple of weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe, but we might do it overnight. But what's the harm if it takes 4 weeks? We've been going on all this time. Let's do something different. Let's not do the same thing and expect a different result. Let's do something different. Right, that's it. Ran over. Thanks for watching. I'm a writer. All of my books are listed below. I offer Zoom coaching and I offer email coaching. Just ping me an email or go along and book Zoom coaching up online, but you can ping me an email about email coaching and I will get back to you. And that is that. Thanks for watching.